Hello everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to the channel. I am sorry about my delay in getting this review to you. None of you were waiting for it. Nobody knew I had this tool, but it took me forever to get this thing out of the box. So I'm going to be talking about the Sizzix Making Tool Collection Scoring Board and Trimmer Tool. And there's so much more than just that. So I'm going to show you that this thing has 9 tools in one, but let's look at the extra stuff, like the separated stuff rather, that you would have to have in order to have everything that this tool provides. So I have my paper trimmer, I have my corner rounder, my hole punch, my ruler, envelope builder, envelope maker, that's a punch board, and then my 12 by 12 scoreboard. So I have to have all of these tools, which I do in my craft room, to account for everything that's in this all-in-one tool. And I'm going to pause here for a second, put out my first disclaimer. This tool is amazing if you are a new crafter, you want to consolidate space, you don't have a lot of space, or you need some of these tools to add to your stash. But if you have everything and you are liking what you're using, continue that. I don't think this is a necessary item to replace everything if you're not desiring one of those things, space or you're a brand new crafter. So that's my opinion on this, but I'm going to show you honest opinion about what I think of this tool and how I think it measures up. Okay, so I'm unboxing it right now. You're going to get a pamphlet with some QR codes to help you build your envelopes and boxes. Okay, this is going to come in inches and in centimeters, and the entire tool does as well, which I thought was really, really cool and inclusive. So I have the whole tool here now, and I'm going to show you the different parts of it. So you have your paper trimmer on the right-hand side. You have 3 different punch boards, not punch boards, but punches up on the top. You have a ruler that moves, which is going to help you make your envelopes and boxes. And you can pull that out and you can change it into centimeters or inches, and I'll show you that in a second as well. So every bit of this you can do in either. Okay, right here on the side is going to be where you keep your bone folder, right there on the side, and there's a slit in the center of it to make ribbons. They thought of everything. This is how you're going to take out this piece right here for your ruler to switch it from inches to centimeters, centimeters to inches. All right, so that's all you do is you just flip it around, and this is it's kind of clunky here as I'm showing you this because it took me a second to figure it out, but I do it smoother in a minute. So we have that. Then the actual board pops out, slides right out, and you have both sides as well, centimeters or inches. So already I'm pretty geeked out at the versatility of this, because other tools you just basically have one. You have one system of measurement. Okay, now you pull up on that little nodule thing. It's like a little white thing, and you just slide your ruler out, flip it, and put it back in on the left first, and just press it down. Okay, that's changed how I want it. Let's look at the paper trimming aspect. So that there's that line right there that it's actually cutting the paper. It is a blade. It is not a rotary, and obviously it's not a guillotine, which is the big handles that come up and down. You're going to line your paper with the line of the where you would cut. That's going to be the 0 line, and then you're going to measure it and score where you want to score it. Okay, so all right here in one tool. I gotta tell you, that I'm a huge fan of, because again, I have to pull out all these separate tools. So loved it. I would not recommend multiple cutting. Okay, let's back up. I recommend having a paper trimmer in your stash where you can slide it, because there are multiple reasons to have a paper trimmer like that. But I don't recommend, because I'm trying to do 2 pieces right here of the 100 pound, that's not going to work. I don't recommend this for your mass cutting. I think a guillotine is the best. You don't have to keep replacing blades. So I highly recommend both trimmers in your craft room, a guillotine and a paper trimmer like this. I would definitely use this paper trimmer if I'm trying to trim up some of my cardstock as I'm crafting and I'm using this tool and it's out, yes. But if I'm sitting down putting on my favorite TV show and I am mass producing card bases, no, I'd go to my guillotine, okay? So with that out of the way, let's move on to the next piece here. So on the left-hand side, or from the frame, you're going to see these 3 punches. You have a hole punch, you have an envelope punch, and you have a corner rounder and corner tag punch. they make it very simple for you to pop these out, line the arrows back up that I just showed you, and pop them back into place. You want to do that when you want to go from a corner rounder right here to a tag end. Okay, so that's where you're going to move that. The other two, you're probably not going to move at all. And I don't know, they might have replacement little punches. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. I'm going to show you the round corner rounder right here. I liked it. I thought it was good, but you only get one size. So keep that in mind. The crocodile looking corner rounder I have is 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. So again, that's something that you would be giving up if you got rid of all your tools and that's something you had. There's the tag end. I wanted to show you that real quick. I'm going to show you the hole punch right here. Again, the hole punch is just one size. But if this is a common size that you use, you can do this, that's a good size for, like if you're doing, I think it's called bunting. I could be very wrong with that, but where you're making like banners. I don't think that's called bunting. Okay, now let's make an envelope because that's what that last punch is for. This is a physical envelope builder. So you're going to place your card right there in the center. I'm making a unique card right here, and where that corner hits that box, that's the size we care about. The first number is going to be what we need our square cardstock to be. So that was 8 11/16. So I had to cut that in a square. Can you believe I had no 12 by 12 paper? I'm like flabbergasted. I had 0 in my stash. So I had to pull out this cardstock, this watercolor cardstock, which is a huge piece, and it fit, thankfully, because, oh my gosh, all right, I gotta go shopping. So I have my card, I'm looking at it again. Where does my corner fall? The second number is gonna be where we line up our square cardstock. So I'm gonna gotta count with my little fingers, and I'm gonna get it all lined up. Now there is a score line right there where I'm pointing to. You're gonna score down. This is the only time you have to count that second number, because once you get that score line in there, you're going to rotate your paper and you're going to line up that score line with the little words there that say align. Okay, so we get that aligned. Now I'm going to score it again in the same exact score place. Now I'm going to keep this in real time because I feel like if you're watching this and making this with me, you're going to want it in real time. I'm going to line it up again, got that score line, then I'm going to score vertical one last time. I'm going to turn it, line it, and score it. So easy once you do it. If you walk away from this machine for a year and you come back, you're probably going to forget. That's why videos on YouTube last forever. So you can always come back to my video. So here we go. We have the makings of our envelope happening right now. Okay, next steps for our envelope. I'm going to put my little piece back in, and I am going to come over to my envelope. See those two lines? They're going to line up your score lines on the envelope piece, which that's incredible. It makes it so easy. So I'm just going to stick my cardstock in there, and those two lines that are going away from each other, they're going to line up with those two lines I just showed you. I'm going to punch it, and then I'm going to get my little notch. And this notch is going to make it so that I can fold it very easily. Now remember, this is on watercolor cardstock, which is so cool because I can decorate this envelope any way I wanted for my card to match. That's so fun. And any size card you have or project you have, you can fit into this envelope, or you can make an envelope for it rather. I'm going to use some score tape because I feel like watercolor cardstock's really thick. I wasn't confident in any other adhesive right now, so I'm just going to put that down, especially for ease of time. So I lay that down, and I'm just going to test I probably should have tested my card first, but I trusted it. This is the relationship we have already fostered, this tool and I. I trusted it. Okay, so there we go. That is the envelope maker. Now, this tool does so much more. Okay, I haven't played with it. I've watched videos. It can make these banners. You can get yourself all kinds of decorative in your house. The next thing that I saw is you can make boxes in any size. How cool. I cannot wait to make those. So that's really cool. And you can do glitter cardstock on the top and just really get fun with it. But this is what you all care about. So let's talk about the price comparison. Now, my second disclaimer. I did my best here. I found the most inexpensive of all of these products so that I can get the cheapest route. But that doesn't mean they're the best quality. And so just keep that in mind. But I got an 8320 comparison to the $49.99 of just the one tool, not to mention the space that you'll save. I think this is a fantastic tool for a new crafter. If you are just starting out or your friend is just starting out, this is a great gift. And then you can show them all the things it has and they will have those in their stash and not take up a lot of space. I'm a huge fan, but I am also not a fan of over consuming. So if you, please do not feel pressured to get this tool. If you have everything you need and you are happy, you stick with that. Okay. This is something I wanted to show though, because I had it, and quite honestly, I am destashing all of those extra tools. I think the only two I'll keep are my bone folder, because I like the one I use, and I'm going to keep my corner rounder. So I'm going to give away everything else. So if you want a chance to win that giveaway, make sure you are on my email list, which is linked below. Join me, because I am doing multiple huge giveaways up until the holiday, and I want you to be eligible for that too. So you'll find that below. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I will link what I used or showed below the video. I will see you all in the comments down below and in the next video. Bye-bye.